What's happening, folks? Greg Carlson here, Carlson Real Estate Group, located at 1801 South Mopac Expressway at Keller Williams Realty, Market Center number 1. Yes, Gary Keller himself lives just 5 minutes that way. And we have the lovely Amy Martin with Capital Title of Texas. How are you, Amy?
I'm doing very well on this beautiful day. Thanks for having me, Greg.
Of course. Thanks for hopping on here. And yes, it is a very, very beautiful day today. So what we're going to do, folks, is we've got a ton of questions that come in every day, week after week, about title. So we've got a list. We boiled it down to the top 8 questions people ask. And Amy is going to help debunk some myths and get us an idea of what title actually is. All right, we've all heard of it, but what is it? So, Amy, what is title?
Title is basically the title to a piece of property is the evidence of lawful ownership. It's that simple.
That's so helpful. So title is the evidence to lawful ownership. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. I'm putting this together here. Now, what is title insurance?
Title insurance protects both real estate owners and lenders against any property loss or damage they might experience.
Wow. So if there's damage to the house, there's an insurance policy.
Well, this is a little different than insurance.
Damage to the title.
So this is protection against possible liens, encumbrances. Each title insurance policy is a little bit different than the next, but essentially this is going to protect you from things that could have happened in the past with the property or the past owners.
Oh, so, that's so interesting that they use the word damage, right, for this. But I
Right.
guess, so you either have a perfect title with no liens, nothing like that on it, or you could have a damaged one. And we don't want that.
Right. In the industry, we call it cloudy.
Cloudy title.
That's right.
See, this is great. This is why we're talking to you today. Get these terms down. So how does title insurance differ from other insurance? Number 3.
So just kind of we're touching on title insurance is protecting you from things that could have happened in the past with the property or the owners of the property. If you're talking about car insurance, health insurance, those types of policies protect you from future occurrences.
Whoa.
And another big difference is that medical insurance and car insurance, they are paid usually on a annual premium or a monthly premium, whereas title insurance, you've got a one-time fee at your closing.
Well, that's great. And that lasts forever?
For as long as you own property.
That's pretty cool. That's really cool. And let me ask you, who does it cover?
So title insurance will protect against claims from defects. Defects are things such as another person claiming an ownership,
Yeah.
or an interest in the property, or improperly recorded documents, fraud, forgery, liens, encroachments,
Wow.
or easements.
Oh, that's a laundry list of things, right? Now,
Yes.
we're going to go a little sidetrack here. It's personal. One of my personal questions here. Can somebody buy a property without this?
Well, it depends on whether or not you have a lender involved. So most people do have lenders when they're purchasing the biggest asset of their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Lenders are going to require that.
They're going to require it because they want to protect the asset that they're lending money on.
Yes.
Okay. And who else needs it other than people buying a house with a lender? Does anybody else need title insurance?
Well, I think I would never purchase a property without a title policy.
Never.
Because never, after having worked in this business for 5 years now, I've seen too many cloudy titles, if you will, or too many things pop up on title that you do not know about otherwise, unless you have that examiner running that title search for you. And those things need to be fixed before you buy the property. You don't want someone coming and knocking on your door a month after you buy the property and saying, guess what? I had ownership in this. You owe me money.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
You would prefer to get that all situated out before you purchase the property.
That's excellent. That's incredible. Very, very useful information. And now we're on question number 6. How is title insurance policy created? How do they make it?
So after the escrow officer opens the title order, the title agent or attorney begins a title search.
Oh.
That's where they look into the history of the property. Then after the title search, a prelim report is issued to the customer for review and approval. All closing documents are recorded upon escrow's instruction. When recording has been confirmed, demands are paid, funds are distributed, and the title insurance policy is created.
Wow, that's a lot of steps, huh?
Yes.
Wow. So I think I'm gonna foreshadow a little bit and say that a lot could go wrong in all those steps, and choosing the right title company is pretty important. They're not all cut from the same cloth.
Absolutely. You really want someone in your corner that's an expert, that has experience. Also, it's important to think about what kind of customer service that your clients are going to be getting. And that's also really important. You want someone that's going to be responsive to questions and available. Because questions do come up quite often.
That's right.
Or not.
Sure do. Now, first time I ever heard the word escrow, I immediately thought of escargot. I said, what is this? Some kind of food? It's not food. What in the world is escrow?
Escrow. It's not snails, Greg. That's not what escrow is. Escrow refers to the process in which the funds of a transaction are held by a third party. So the monies, the funds during the transaction are held by a neutral party, an escrow. Often a title company or an attorney, in the case of real estate, pending the fulfillment of the transaction. So it'll be held either by the attorney or an escrow at the title company pending the transaction.
Let me ask you this. Is it safe to say that escrow is a unique name for a bank account?
Well, not really a bank account. It's an account that holds the monies, I would say.
Account that holds the monies.
Yes.
Okay. Now, is there a certain person behind in a small little office wearing an escrow hat that does this, or is it just an entity?
We have, we have lots of little people running around with hats that are doing our escrow processes behind the scenes. No, it's just we have amazing escrow officers at Capital Title, and they have amazing assistants. And they are in contact with the examiners and the lenders and the agents and the buyers and sellers on a continual basis throughout the transaction, which usually is closed within a 30-day period.
Solid. Last question here. Number 8. What are the title insurance policy types?
So the owner's policy insures the new owner or home buyer, and the lender's policy insures the lender. So there's 2 different types.
2?
In that respect, yes. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay,
yes.
So the lender's got their own insurance policy, and then the owner's got their own insurance policy.
Correct.
Wow.
And as I said before, even if you're not needing a lender to purchase a property, which in this market, we're seeing lots and lots of cash offers, because it's more competitive, probably, in that sense. I would say I'd still really encourage you to get the title policy because you want to be protected from anything that might come up that you didn't know about already.
You want to be protected, and you want to be protected by the right entity, the right title company, because as I was kind of alluding to before, I worked with a buyer one time for a lot up north, and the title company did not catch a discrepancy or the damage item on there. And then that buyer of ours decided to sell it. And of course, I was going to use our preferred title company to sell it, Capital Title. And they said, Greg, we can't sell this right now because there's a lien on this. And I said, what
No.
the heck? I thought we were cleared to sell. No. So what does that tell you, folks? Do your research before utilizing a title company, because they're not all cut from the same cloth. I've been working with Capital Title for 4 years, and flawless every time. That's why I continue
Absolutely.
to.
I'd like to mention your escrow officer, Sarah McCauley, and her assistant, Patty Mendez. They are experienced. They are amazing. They get the job done, and they get it done right.
Oh, heck yeah. If Sarah, Patty, if you're all watching this, we really appreciate you over here. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So much. Amy, any parting words? Anything you want to share with the folks? Anything, insights, inspirations?
Gosh.
On the spot.
I mean, one more thing I wanted to mention about Capital Title in general is that it is locally grown. We are owned by one guy. We're not corporate America. We are locally grown in Texas. And everyone that we employ is actually in the United States. So we can get things done quicker, I think, and more efficiently because of that. And I don't know, what inspiration? I mean, my inspiration right now is to everybody out there consider selling your house because we're seeing an amazing market right now. You will get the best possible price for your property right now, for sure. Don't you agree, Greg?
It's incredible.
It's incredible.
Blowing prices.
And so I'm saying, take advantage of it while you can. As it may, who knows what it's going to be in a couple years from now. I hope it'll be the same, but you never know.
You never know.
So,
Amy,
right.
Thank you so much for hopping on today. This has been
absolutely
super helpful. I learned, I'm doing this for 4 years, I learned a ton. So thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Greg.
Of course.
I appreciate you.
My pleasure. All right, folks, thanks again for tuning in. Amy Martin, Capital Title of Texas. Her contact information will be listed below. If you have any more questions, reach out to Amy. Till next time, folks, cheers.